Zaprešić is a city in Zagreb County in Croatia. Its population is 19,644 inhabitants for the city proper, and over 51,000 for its seven-municipality metropolitan area. Zaprešić is the third largest and most densely populated division of the county. It is located northwest of the Croatian capital Zagreb and near the Slovenian border. It is centered on plains north of the Sava River and is bordered by Medvednica Mountain to the east and the Marija Gorica Hills to the west. The first human settlement in and near Zaprešić dates from the Neolithic, and several Roman roads were constructed in the area. The first records of the modern town date from 1334. Since that date, the town's history includes being a part of a feudal estate to operating the first meat packaging plant in Croatia. However, it was not formally established as a city until 1995. The city is governed by a mayor of city government of 7 members, and a city council of 21. The current ruling party is the Croatian Democratic Union, and the current mayor is Željko Turk. Zaprešić has its own fire department, but police coverage is provided by the city of Zagreb. Komunalno područje Zaprešić manages all utilities except electricity. Tap water in Zaprešić is of high quality. Due to its many rail and road transport corridors, Zaprešić has been dubbed the northwestern gate to Zagreb County. It lies directly next to the A2 highway connecting Zagreb to Central Europe. It also is adjacent to the main railway leading northwest out of Zagreb. Centered on the tertiary sector, the city's economy is booming due to a large population influx. Zaprešić's educational facilities range from kindergartens to centers of higher education. The city is home to 4 elementary schools, 1 high school, and 2 universities. The Zaprešić metropolitan area contains 6 castles that together make up what is known as the Palace Path. The town also has a museum and an art gallery. The most popular sport in the region is football, and the local team is NK Zaprešić, a member of the First Football League of Croatia. Other sports are also present in Zaprešić, and the city is home to a golf resort. History. The first records of human inhabitants in the Zaprešić metropolitan area date back to the Neolithic, evident through stone axes found in Bridovec, and axes from the Copper Age found in Marija Gorica. Hallstatt culture traces were uncovered in the area of Sveti Križ. The Romans left their imprints on Zaprešić in the form of the Sischa Neviadunema road, which followed Sava River on its left bank through the Zaprešić area, passing near modern settlements. After a lack of records from the first millennium, Zaprešić again became known in the late 11th century. In 1094, following the formation of the Zagreb diocese, Aka, an advisor of the Croato-Hungarian king Ladislav I, was granted land west and east of the Medvednica mountain to protect the newly formed diocese. Zaprešić became part of the Suzdgrad Stubica Manor, the second biggest estate in the Croato-Hungarian Zagreb County. In 1334, the parish church of St. Peter was founded in Zaprešić, marking the first evidence of the modern settlement of Zaprešić. The settlement developed rapidly, which is attributed to its position on important trade and transit routes. This was corroborated by the route of the first railway in Croatia, which passes through Zaprešić. During 15th and 16th centuries, refugees from Lika came to Zaprešić to escape the Ottomans. Some of these refugees were the so-called Bridovec Franciscans, for whom Lord Zilagi of Suzdgrad built an abbey in Marea Gorica. The refugees brought the Akavian accent, which was preserved for a long time in some small Zaprešić communities. Although the Zaprešić area has historically been Akavian, the area was hit hard by the 1573 peasant revolt, led by Matija Gubek, who, according to historian Ivan Kukuljević Saksinski, managed the estate of Jablanovec, part of modern Zaprešić. One of the revolt leaders was Ilya Gregoric, a resident of Marea Gorica. 2 years later, the large manor of Suzdgrad and Stubica started to disperse into many small estates owned by low-level members of the nobility. Dozens of simple diocesan curia houses serve as a reminder of this nobility. After the First World War, the oldest meat industry in Croatia, the Industria Mesni Proizvoda, was founded. Zaprešić was formally established for the first time in 1952, when the municipality of Zaprešić was incorporated on 30 November 1995. On that day, parts of the surrounding municipalities of Puška and Uzovec Kupljanski and the city of Zagreb were incorporated into a new city of Zaprešić. The settlement of Maranja came under the jurisdiction of Zaprešić on 17 January 1997. Geography. Zaprešić is a part of the metropolitan area of Croatia's capital and largest city, Zagreb. It is located 18 kilometers northwest of Zagreb, lying near the confluence of the Krapina River and the Sava River. The small Loznica River marks the western city border of Zaprešić. The Zaprešić metropolitan area consists of Zaprešić and 7 surrounding municipalities: Bridovec, Bistra, Dubrovica, Jakovlja, Luka, Marea Gorica, and Puška. It is formed by the northwestern part of Zagreb County, bordered on the south by the Sava River, on the east by Zagreb and the Medvednica Mountain, and on the west by the Sutla River and the Slovenian border. According to the official website, 3 distinct geographic areas make up the Zaprešić area: the western part of the Medvednica Mountain, the Marea Gorica hills, and the plains that lie between. The western part of the Medvednica Mountain is fairly lightly inhabited, with no settlements except at the base of the mountain. These include the Bistra municipality and the Zaprešić settlement of Jablanovec. The Marea Gorica hills are located mainly in the Marea Gorica municipality between the rivers of Krapina and Sutla. The third area, the plains, is the area where the Zaprešić itself is located. Zaprešić has a lake, Lake Zajarki, situated between the town and the Sava River in the south. It is colloquially known as Baga. The lake is currently still used as a gravel pit, although it is a known destination for Zaprešić swimmers and beachgoers. Demographics. According to the 2011 census, the town of Zaprešić has 25,223 inhabitants, 19,644 of whom live in the Zaprešić settlement. This makes Zaprešić urban area at 1,036 inhabitants per square kilometre, the most densely populated in the whole of Zagreb County. The town is administratively divided into 9 settlements, the largest of which is also called Zaprešić, covering a third of the town's area. The metropolitan area of Zaprešić had 54,640 inhabitants in 2011, an increase from 51,040 inhabitants in 2001. About 96% of inhabitants are Croats and 98.3% speak Croatian as the mother tongue. The sex ratio is 90.63 men to 100 women, and the median age is 39.9 years, which makes Zaprešić one of the younger towns in Zagreb County. Economy. Due to its accessible location with favorable conditions for expansion and a very high net migration and population growth rates, Zaprešić is expecting an economic boom. Despite the ongoing financial crisis that hit many cities in Croatia, including the capital, the town operates without loans and expects a yearly budget increase in the range of 20 to 30%. The tertiary sector is dominant with mainly retailing and hospitality, and a smaller presence of tourism, as well as souvenir manufacturing and financial services. The secondary sector is also present with ceramic industry, metalworking and chemical industry. The primary sector mainly consists of agriculture, and is expected to continue shrinking. There are currently 3,040 hectares of arable land for agricultural use, but the town's general urban plan anticipates an economic shift will lower the amount of agricultural use to 930 hectares by 2015, thus speeding the process of suburbanization started by the expansion of Zagreb. The future of Zaprešić's economy is seen in the development of small and mid-sized businesses, tourism, and food-related industries. The city income tax rate is 12%. The city budget in 2008 amounted to 198 million Croatian kunas. The shopping city Zagreb is a shopping mall planned to create a major job demand in the Zaprešić region. Located next to the Krapina River and A2 highway, the center will serve 2.3 million residents in the Zagreb region. It will also be the largest in the Zagreb metropolitan area with 100,000 square meters of gross leasable area. Construction started in late 2007. It was opened in October 2009. Culture and media. Zaprešić's cultural heritage includes a series of 6 historic castles and palaces known as the Palace Path, Luznica Mansion, Janisavac Palace, Laduk Mansion, Orsic Family Mansion, Jakovljev Palace, and Novi Dvori. Of these, Orsic and Janisavac are in the 0th category of cultural heritage preservation of UNESCO. Luznica is in the 1st category of the Croatian Ministry of Culture, and Laduk and Novi Dvori are in the 2nd category of the Ministry of Culture. Jakovljev Palace is not involved in any cultural preservation program. Novi Dvori is known for being the residence of Josip Jelačić, one of the most famous Croatian bands. However, before that it was inhabited by 5 families after its construction in 1611 as a simple 2-story house. It remains a well-preserved example of a manorial estate. The palace was left to the state in 1934 by Josip Jelačić's nephew and nieces. The town is home to the Museum of Matija Skurjeni, a gallery of works by the renowned painter. It is located in the former granary of Novi Dvori. The art gallery Racvid, that opened in 1991, has held exhibitions of works by many important Croatian artists such as Franjo Ferentic, Ivan Lovincic, Drago Groas, Davor Vukovic and Kresimir Trumbetas. The Zaprešić main library, Ante Kovačić, is a part of the Association of Zagreb City Libraries, and has 5,541 members with access to 78,385 books. Alban Bonelli, an employee of Baron Levin Rauch, founded the first library in Zaprešić area in 1921 in Bridovic. A more recent library was founded in 1958, and moved to its present location in 1986. Zaprešić contains the ornithological reserve Zaprešić Sava, which is located south of the city at Lake Zajarki. The reserve is covered mainly with woods and thick low vegetation, and crisscrossed by fluvial marshes. Zaprešić operates a hunting office, which is made of 8 clubs: Zaprešić, Kuna, Vidra, Fasan, Srn Jakt, Sluka and Vepa. A radio station operates in Zaprešić, Radio Zaprešić. The station broadcasts a FM signal at 96.0 and 99.5 MHz, 24 hours each weekday. It was founded on the 15th of January 1987. The local monthly newspaper Prigorsky has its seat in the nearby settlement of Senkovec in the Bridovec municipality. Sports and recreation. Organized sports in Zaprešić started in 1926, with the first football match between unregistered teams from Zaprešić and Savski Marof. The football club NK Sava was soon formed in 1929. There are 20 sport clubs and associations in Zaprešić, and the most popular ones are association football, basketball, handball, bowling, tennis, table tennis, chess, cycling, taekwondo, and bocce. Zaprešić is the home to several influential sports clubs, such as NK Zaprešić, KK Fortuna Zaprešić, RK Zaprešić, KK Zaprešić, and others. NK Zaprešić currently plays in Croatian Second Football League. It is currently the best-placed football club in the county. Most of the sports clubs in Zaprešić are members of the Town of Zaprešić Sports Society. The main sports venue is the SRC Zaprešić, which encompasses a football stadium and a gym. There are other sports courts in Husavec, Kupljanski, Ivanek, Jablanovec, Kupljanovo, and Pojatno. NK Zaprešić's home stadium is SRC Zaprešić, located in the northwest part of the town and handling up to 5,528 visitors. The 140-hectare golf resort, Novi Dvori, was opened on 16 October 2004, with Prime Minister Ivo Sanader being the first to tee off. However, as of 2009, only a few parts are in use, with a 27-hole course currently under construction. 9 of these holes will be reserved for practice and 18 for tournament play. The center operates a driving range with 2 practice courses of different sizes, and an area to practice putting green play. 1 practice course is sheltered from weather conditions and the whole golf course has night lighting. In terms of normal play, 3 par 3 holes are currently operational and friendly par 9 tournaments are often held at the course. The course also has other amenities, such as a restaurant and the proximity to the Novi Dvori Palace. When the construction ends, the golfers will have access to a conference room, a business center, a fitness club, a sauna, and a massage parlor. Government. Despite the settlement of Zaprešić's long history, only with the founding of the town of Zaprešić on the 30th of November 1995 did it have its own elected representatives. The town's administration includes 2 tiers of power, a mayor and a city council. The city council is elected each 4 years. The mayor has executive power. He is elected directly by the voters. Current mayor is Željko Turk, whose deputies are Damir Benčević and Alan Labis. Zaprešić is part of the first Croatian electoral district, which consists of Western Zagreb and the Zaprešić metropolitan area. The city council has the legislative power over the town. It represents the residents of Zaprešić and manages city budget, and it is composed of 21 members with 1 presiding and 2 vice-presiding members. Education. The town of Zaprešić provides education ranging from preschool to higher education. These include 4 registered kindergartens, 4 elementary schools, 1 high school, and 1 college. Elementary schools located in Zaprešić include Anton August and Sik, Ludovic Gaja, and Kupljanovo elementary schools, and a branch of the Bistra Elementary School from the Bistra municipality. The Ban Josip Jelačić High School is located on the Franjo Tudman Square in the northwestern part of the town. Zaprešić has a college for business and management, named after the Croatian historian and theologian Baltazar Adam Krelic. and located in the town center on Novak Street. The Open University in Zaprešić offers various courses in languages, computer science, and musical instruments, as well as vocational training. Infrastructure. Zaprešić is covered mostly by the postal code 10,290 Zaprešić, and Croatian Mail operates 4 post offices in the city: in Ivanek Bistranski, Loznica, Sibis and Zaprešić. The city proper overlaps with the areas of postal codes 10,294 Donja Paska, 10,295 Kupiljanovo, and 10,298 Donja Bistra. Zaprešić has its own police station, PP Zaprešić. The Zagreb County branch of the City of Zagreb Police Department responsible for all of the Zaprešić metropolitan area. Fire coverage is provided by the City of Zaprešić Fire Department, which also serves the complete 7-municipality metropolitan area. There are 6 volunteer fire brigades in Zaprešić proper, all members of the Zaprešić firefighting community. Zaprešić also has a municipal court. All utilities except electricity are managed by Komunalno područje Zaprešić. Zaprešić's electricity is, as in the rest of Croatia, provided by Hrvatska Elektroprivreda and distributed by Elektra Zagreb, a company managing access to electricity in Zagreb and Zagreb County. Zaprešić receives tap water from underground water reserves through a water pump in the settlement of Sibis. The water from the water pump is of drinking quality. However, local factories Pliva and KVASAC produce wastewater, which is released into the Sava River through the Harmika Pliva Zaprešić water treatment plant. Before the construction of the treatment plant, the polluted water was piped into the Gorjak Creek, endangering the tap water quality. Possible consequences of releasing wastewater into the Sava will be dealt with by the construction of the Zajarki water purification system for screening the used water. The ecological problem is multiplied by the fact that the utility company received only 400 requests to clean septic tanks in 2007. Although most households in the relatively rural surroundings of Zaprešić use septic systems, there are plans of constructing 4 hydroelectric power plants around Zagreb, with one being in Zaprešić as a part of a system of exploiting natural resources of the Sava River. Transport. The town is a major transport hub for the area of Zagreb County and Zagreb itself. It is thus known as the northwestern gate to Zagreb County. The Zagreb bypass and the Toll-Day-2 highway pass through the eastern part of Zaprešić, providing Zaprešić with highway access at a cloverleaf interchange. The state route D225 is a major arterial road in Zaprešić. It forms the Povolonka and Marshal Tito streets, leading west towards Bridovec, Maria Gorica and Slovenia, and east towards western Zagreb, Jablanovec, and Stubica. According to the current city urbanistic plan, the traffic on the D225 will be rerouted through 2 city bypasses along the northern and western railway lines to clear the center of Zaprešić of 25,000 daily commuters driving on a 2-lane road. Mass transit provides intra-city and intercity connections in form of bus and rail. Zaprešić is a major railway intersection, with railways leading west to Slovenia, north to Zabic, and Kumrovec, and east to the main regional railway hub Zagreb. Croatian Railways services the Zaprešić train station with major interstate trains going to the west, but also with the suburban line Savski Mar of Zagreb main station Dugo Selo. The town is serviced by two bus companies, the regional Zagreb-County tramvaj and local Metropolitan. ZET operates line 172 to Zaprešić, which starts at the Croatia.It bus terminal in Zagreb and runs every 8 to 15 minutes during day, and at irregular intervals during the night. Lines 176 and 177 run to the Zaprešić suburban municipality of Bistra. Metropolitan, the main intra-city bus company of Zaprešić, operates bus lines connecting Zaprešić and all municipalities in its metropolitan area. Zaprešić lies along the left bank of the Sava River, but it does not have any bridges that would connect the town to Samoba on the other bank. The nearest bridge is the Podsist Bridge, located in the Zaprešić district of Zagreb. However, two ferries connect Zaprešić with the roads in Medsave and Samoborski, small villages near Samoba. The widest river in the area, the Sava River, used to be navigable up to Croatia.Its, Slovenia in Roman times. However, it is, as of 2009, navigable only up to Rugvica, leaving Zaprešić with no more possibility of river transport. The city does not have a port on any of its rivers. To establish better transport capabilities and create a solid ground for the emerging airports that are already available in the town, an airport is planned northeast of the city, between the Krapina River and the railroad. The land at this location is unused, uninhabited, and administratively selected for sports and recreation. The arrangement of the runways, taxiways, air traffic control building, hangar, and other necessary buildings have already been determined. The airport is intended to serve primarily as a sports airport, for teaching flying, and for charter flights. As of January 2009, the date when the construction starts had not yet been announced. Notable inhabitants. A known historical resident of Zaprešić was Count Josip Ulacic of Buzum, the Ban of Croatia from 1848 until his death. Although born in Novi Sad, Serbia, he received an estate in Zaprešić together with his title. He is responsible for abolishing serfdom in Croatia in 1848, but also for an infamous suppression of Croatian intelligentsia, and the Illyrian movement during his reign under the orders of Baron Alexander von Bach and Emperor Franz Joseph I. A statue of Ulacic riding a horse was constructed by Anton Dominic Fernkorn and placed on the Zagreb's central square, Ban Ulacic Square. The statue has been repeatedly removed and reinstated during changes in political power and orientation in Croatia, from monarchist through ultranationalist and communist up to democratic. After the Croatian Declaration of Independence marking the start of the democratic era, the statue was returned to the square, and Zaprešić credits Ulacic with a major arterial road named in his honor. Baltazar Adam Krelic, a historian, theologian, legal expert, and a canon in Zagreb, lived in what became the Zaprešić metropolitan area. Actually born in Sankovec, Bridovic, he was the rector of the Croatian language course in Vienna. He wrote 757 books in Latin and the Kajkavian dialect of Croatian. The Illyrian movement of Slavic independence in Croatia can also be traced to Zaprešić through two of its citizens. Ivan Perkovac, publicist from Harmika, Bridovic, editor of Vijenak and Pozor, secretary of Matica Hrvatska, and a member of Saba, the Croatian parliament, and Pravostus, a poet, a priest, and an important member of the Illyrian movement from Dubrovika. Ante Kovacic from Maria Gorica lived in the aftermath of the Illyrian movement, but nevertheless became a fruitful writer. His most important work is U Registraturi, a novel following the life of Ivica Kikmanovic, a peasant who was raised in a village and goes to live in a large city. Zaprešić's recent history includes several known Croatian public figures, such as Matija Skujeni, a Croatian naive painter who lived in Zaprešić from 1953 until his death. He was a co-founder of the Croatian Society of Naive Painters. An art gallery with his works was opened in Zaprešić in 1987. This art gallery changed to a museum in 2000. Other well-known inhabitants include Davor Obak, the frontman of PSI Homodopop. Although he was born in Karlovac, he is a resident of Zaprešić. Davor Vukovic, a painter and poet from Herceg Novi, residing in Zaprešić, and Mara Vlahovic, an opera singer. Vlahovic sang at the Croatian National Theatre. The music scene in Zaprešić includes Connect, a hip-hop band formed in Zaprešić. Connect is the creator of the Croatian football hip-hop hymn Samo Jedno.